Hello students, hello everybody, welcome back to my class. This is Pradip sir with a new session of class 8 mathematics. Students, today I'm going to show you, rather explain you about the chapter data handling. This data handling chapter was previously done in class 7 and 6 also. There you have learned about frequency distribution table. So today I'm going to show you frequency distribution table again, but in a little bit elaborate form. But before going to that, let me explain you few terms related to data handling. The first thing you will get is data. What is data? So data is the collection of informations in the form of numerical figures like age of people or marks obtained by a student, salary of workers, like that. So everything, all these informations are given in the form of numerical figure. We used to call this numerical figure as data. Then another term is there, raw data. The informations which are collected in the original form, that is it is neither arranged in ascending order or nor in descending order. It is selected as random. It is given in the original form, so that is known as raw data. Then comes another term, range. In the data, that is in the informations provided to us, you will come across some values, some observations. This data is also known as observations. Some observations have lowest value, and some observations will have highest value. Range is the difference between the value of the highest observation and the lowest observation. That is the difference between the highest observation and the lowest observation. That is known as range. Okay. So students, let me start with a small question, very easy question, initial type question. The question says, certain numerical figures are given. The number of members in 20 family are given below. I am writing the number of members in families. Data handling. Students, as you know, you have learnt it before also. This data handling actually comes in the chapter statistics. It is a part of statistics, and here I am going to give you one very simple example. The number of members in 20 families are given below. Four, 6, 5, 5, 4, 6, 3, 3, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 5, 4, 4, 6, 7, 3, 5, 5, 7. So these are the number of members in a particular family. This family has 4 members. This family has 6 members, this family has 5 members, this family also has 5 members, and so on. What we have to do? We have to prepare a frequency distribution table. Prepare a frequency distribution table. So frequency distribution table is already known to you. In frequency distribution table there are 3 parts. The first part is known as observation. Actually it consists of 3 columns. The first column is for observation. The second column is for tally marks. You know what is tally marks. I am going to show you. And the third column is the frequency. Now what is frequency? The total number of observation of a particular type is known as frequency. When I will do the sum, you will understand, it will become clear to you what is frequency. Okay, so first of all, I have to make 3 columns. Okay, students, the table is prepared. As you can see, there are 3 columns. The first column is for the observation. Here in the question, the question is related to number of members of a family. So here I have to write number of members. Number of members The second column is for tally marks. Tally marks. And third column is for frequency. Understood? Now, as you have seen in the question that minimum number of member is 3 and maximum number of member is 7. Generally, in frequency distribution table, the observation is written in ascending order. So, the lowest number of members will be written first and the highest will be written at last. So, number of members, the lowest was 3 members in a family. That was the lowest one. Then 4, 5, 6, and the highest number of members in a family was 7. Okay. Now, the main part, the important part. What we have to do, we have to go through the question and one by one put tally marks here in the required column. Okay. So the first observation, as you have seen in the question, the first observation was 4, means number of member in a family was 4. So the first in tally marks, there is 1 tally mark for 4. Then it is 6. So 1 tally mark for 6. Then number of member is 5. So here 1 tally mark in the column of 5. Again 5. 1 more tally mark. Then 4. 6. Then 3 twice. 1, 2. Then 5. Again 5. Then 3. Then 5 again. Now see here. Already 4 tally marks are given. One more is there. I have to give one more. Now for giving the 5th one, I don't have to put the tally mark here. Instead, I will cut this. this means it is 5. It will be easy for us to count. That's why instead of putting marks continuously, after every 5 observation, this mark is given to represent 5. Okay, then one more 5, so I have to start a new set. Then 4 twice, once, twice, then 6, then 7, then 3, then 5, and then last one is 7. Okay, so our this column, tally mark column, is finished. Now we have to count the tally marks. How many are there in this? As you can see, there are 4 tally marks, means frequency is 4. Here also there are 4 tally marks, so frequency is 4. Here you can see this is 5 plus 2, so it is 7. Here it is 3. There are 3 families and 2. The question was about 20 families. We have to add it and check it whether 20 is coming or not. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. 18, 20. So it is okay. Means we have not missed anything. Okay. So in this way, with the given observation, with the given table, we have to prepare the frequency distribution table. And one advice, that instead of counting the observation and putting it here directly, means suppose you start counting how many 3 are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times you have counted and written 4. Then you went for counting 4. How many family have 4 members? So there also you will count, there are 4 families. So put 4. Then for 5 you have to count again. How many 5 are there? You will find 7. Now this is not wrong, but my advice is that don't go for this method, because if you miss a single one, then you cannot find your fault. What you have to do then? You have to erase everything and do it again. Okay, so and there is a huge chance of making mistake, of missing some data. Why? Because every time you are counting, you are going from first to the last observation. So many times when you are counting 3, when you are trying to find 3, you are starting from the first observation to the last observation. Similarly, when you are finding 4 members, again you are starting from the first to the last observation. When you are finding 5, again you are starting from first observation to the last observation. So every time you are starting from the first and going to the last. So in that case, you may miss a observation. So if you miss any observation, you cannot find it, because so many observations are there, you cannot remember which one you have counted and which one you have missed. In that case, you have to erase everything and do it again. Wastage of time. So it is my advice to just see the observation and put tally mark, then see the next observation, put tally mark in the required column. In this way, the chances of making mistake is minimized, means it is almost nil, and moreover you don't have to go through the observation for many times. From first to last you don't have to go for many times. Only once you have to start from the first and then go to the last. So this thing you have to do once only, from the first to the last. Okay, So in that way your time will be saved also. Okay students, so these type of observation are known as ungrouped data, where group is not done but fixed number of observation is given. Okay, so in the next question I'm going to show you observation including grouped observation. Okay, the observations are given in a group. Okay, so let me write. See here, this is the question. The height of 22 students were recorded as under, as you can see, these height are given in terms of centimeter. Okay, the heights are given in terms of centimeter. The height of 22 students here in centimeter. So the first one is 125, then 136, 126, 128, like that, 132. So in this way, as you can count, there are 22 students. Their heights are given. We have to prepare a frequency distribution table taking equal class intervals and starting from 125 to 130. Now students, this type of frequency distribution table is known as frequency distribution table of group data. A group is given instead of individual values. A group is given 125 to 130. We have to put the observation within this class, then the next class will be 130 to 135, then 135 to 140, like that. Okay, but remember one thing, if I am writing the values, I am putting the observation in this class. This is known as the lower limit and this is known as the upper limit. We cannot put 130 in this class. It is known as excluding type or excluded type, where the upper limit is not included, it goes to the next class. That means if any observation is 130 here, if any observation is 130, then I have to, I cannot take this in this class, but I have to take in the next class, that is 130 to 135. Let me do the sum, it will become clear. So first of all, I have to make a table. As you know, it is frequency distribution table. Students, the frequency distribution table is ready. Now, as it was given in the question, the instruction was given to take the first class interval as 125 to 130. So here is 125 to 130. The next one will be 130 to 135. 135 to 140, 140 to 145, and 145 to 150. Now up to this is enough, because the highest observation here is 144. The highest observation is 144. So no need of this class. So I am just erasing it. Now see, a group is given. We have to put the observation in a suitable group. This is known as the lower limit. This is known as the upper limit. And difference between the upper and the lower limit is known as the class size. Now question may come, what is the class size? So you can write that the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit of a particular class is known as class size. Up to class 8 level, all the class size will be same. Okay, so let me start with the first one. The first observation is 125. So here 125. The next one is 132. So it will come in this class interval. Then 138 here. Then 144 here. then 142 again here, 136 here, 134 here, 125 in the first class, then 130. Now see, I was talking about this one. 130 is given. I cannot put 130 here. Okay, as I have told you that the upper limit will not be included. It will go to the next class. So 130 will be included here. Then 126 here, 132 here, 135 again. You can see 135 is here, 135 is here also. But since it is upper limit, we cannot take 135 in this class. We have to go to the next class. So 135 is here, 142 here, then 143 again here, 128 here, 126. Now already 4 is completed. 126 I have to put here, so I cannot put one more tally mark. I have to cut this line which represent 5. Okay, then 136 will come in this class, 135 again will come in this class, but already 4 is completed, so I have to cut like this to make it 5. Then 132 twice, 130 will come in this class, already 4 is done, so this is 5 and one more is there. Then 133 again here. So the tally mark is completed. Now we have to check whether it was given how many. 22 is coming or not. I think I have missed one. Yes, there are 6. I have missed that one. Anyway, so tally mark is completed. Now we have to count it and write the frequency. So here, as I have told you, it represents 5. So 5 here. Then 5 plus 2, 7. 5 plus 1, 6. 4. So the question was about 22 students. So we have to count it. 5 plus 7 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18, 18 plus 4 is 22. Means our answer is correct. Okay, answer correct means the total observation is correct. So students, you have learnt 2 types of frequency distribution table. One about ungrouped data, the previous one, and this is group data where groups are given. We have to put the tally marks and the frequency in the suitable group. Okay, so these are the 2 different forms of frequency distribution table. Hope you have understood, and I know you have already done this type of sum in the previous class also, class 6 and 7. So I think there will be no difficulty in doing all this. Okay, so let me conclude the class today. You go on for practicing few more sums from your textbook and make your concept clear. Okay, so let me return back with a new topic of this chapter. Till then, goodbye and have a wonderful day.